What is up, guys? It is Jet Wrestling here, back again with another video. And in 2014, I'm pretty sure WWE would partner up with the toy company C3, and they would produce the WWE StackDown series. The StackDown series was pretty much the closest that we've ever gotten to official Lego WWE, and this was very exciting for a lot of people back in the day, including myself. I did like collecting these a lot. I was pretty into Lego back in the day, and I was also very into WWE. So this was very awesome to collect. So yeah, we're going to be taking a look at my WWE StackDown collection today. This was a really good idea by one of my commenters after I made a community post on a StackDown set pretty recently. And we're going to get into it right now. Starting off with, I believe, what was the first set that I ever got of the StackDown range, and it is the WrestleMania 30 ring. This is, of course, based off of WrestleMania 30, and you get four figures with it, a referee, Triple H, John Cena, and Randy Orton. This ring has some really cool features on it, including this apron, which if you're wondering how it works, it's like a card style material that you stick onto the front using some purple screws. Because if you turn this ring, you can see that there are some hole ports right here, and that there are some missing pieces on this ring. Just bear with me. I do have to touch this one up a little bit, but you can see there's some hole ports, and it's obviously the same case on the front, so that's pretty much how you put that apron in. But yeah, there's some other really cool details, including the black trim above the apron, the steel steps, the posts, the ropes, which are pretty worn as well, unfortunately. But yeah, I do like this ring a lot, and you can see also that you get some bonus equipment with it as well. So this first piece, it's a stage. It's not like crazy detailed, certainly not like the ring, but you can see that it pretty much just has two scaffold pieces that go up and then lead up to this Titantron thing. Where how this works is that they give you three cards of different people that you can port in here. I have John Cena and Randy Orton, and you can have it like advertising the match that's going on. They also gave you Triple H one as well. You can see the lights up front, which move a little bit, as well as the big ones up top that are suspended on poles. And then if you turn this piece around, you can make it the WrestleMania 30 logo, which I definitely prefer. It's just definitely a better look for the stage. And you can see also that they don't give you a cameraman. They have like a cameraman figure that was on the box and he was behind the camera and everything. They don't give you that, but they do give you this big camera stand. So it's like I guess this is supposed to be like scaffolding or a ladder piece. I could assume that it's a ladder piece because there wouldn't be a way to get up here if it wasn't a ladder piece. But you can see some railing on the side. The floor is purple, and this camera does spin, which is really cool. It does have the same piece up front as the lights do to, of course, replicate a camera lens. And yeah, it's really cool. The next set I'll be talking about today is actually on the contrary of the ring set that I just talked about because it is the last stack down product that I ever got, and it is the production truck set. Now, this set is another really cool one, and yeah, just another one of the things that I loved about the stack down line is how unique of like stuff that we would get because like Mattel, the 6-inch figures and all that, they would never give us like a production truck. They would never give us like the character specific stages that we used to get or any of the other cool stuff. Like this was just really unique and cool, a really cool idea by C3 Construction. And yeah, it's really cool and detailed, realistic when like this back truck piece is closed up. You can see the satellite, you can see a ladder on the other side where you like climb up onto the truck. It's really cool. But it's even cooler when you open up the back of the truck because you can see all the detail that they put on the inside, all the stickers, all the different pieces. You can see some monitors that they have in there, some levers, some chairs that spin, which is really cool, and a balcony piece up top that I always used to like to stand Daniel Bryan on and have him do the yes chant. But yes, if you look on the inside, you can see the pictures that they have of the wrestlers because if you've ever seen the actual production trucks on the shows, you'll see that they have pictures of the wrestlers more so on the outside. But I can see why they wanted to have like this piece on the inside where you could like rotate it just to make it a little more toyetic. but it has The Rock and Mark Henry. You can make it anybody you want with some stickers, but I just like to keep my stuff original, and you can have them standing across from each other. And yeah, this thing is really cool and detailed. Like I said, it's the other really big stack down set that I got. Most of the other ones were like smaller-ish ones. Oh, and a little bonus fact about this set, a lot of the pieces break off easily. I'm just saying the balcony piece breaks off easily. This piece down here breaks off easily. A lot of pieces over here break off easily. So just be cautious if you have this set because you don't want to lose no pieces. Into the next set we will be talking about today, and it is the John Cena entrance stage, featuring, of course, John Cena, Randy Orton, and Nikki Bella. This was another one of those character-specific stages that I was talking about earlier, and it might have been my favorite one that they did. I like all the unique features that you see here, including the banners on the side. You can see the traditional John Cena logo from his 2015 blue shirt that he had. I'm gonna try to get a good focus on this so you can see the logo up close. But here's the John Cena figure. And there's that focus, dude. I was waiting a while for that. But there's the focus on the John Cena logo from 2015. And it also says John Cena approved on the other banner. You can see a lot of lights going throughout, as well as the fire, which was a common trend on the entrance stages. They would just throw fire all over the place. Kind of weird. But if you look up top of the stage, you can see a trap door. So you pretty much just like have a figure standing on the trap door, and then they fall through, which is another really cool feature that they didn't do a whole lot. It is pretty loose, so I decided to put like a piece under here to make it so it doesn't move while I'm filming this video because it would have fallen through a bunch of times by now. But yes, there is the John Cena entrance stage. Into more of a smaller set, it is the Kofi Kingston ladder match. A very unique build here. This one is missing a couple pieces. It's another one that I had to build from scratch, much like the John Cena entrance stage, and I wasn't able to find 100% of the pieces. I was able to find most of them though. But a very unique build. You can see these ladders going up on the side. It's pretty much like two circles, and then you have some scaffolding, and then a balcony piece built up on top of it with some railing and some chains, which is a really cool detail. And if you look over here, you can see the black and yellow ladder with the Kofi Kingston figure on it, and the only Intercontinental Championship that I'm pretty sure StackDown ever did. But yeah, this set is nothing crazy. I mean, it's a unique build for sure. It's not like big set like that production truck or anything, but it's still cool, no doubt. Into two entrance stage sets that I wanted to knock out real quick because they're pretty much the same, just different colors and different logos. But one of them is for the Usos, and then one of them is for LOD, the Road Warriors. The Usos set is definitely cooler in my opinion. It's more vibrant, it's more colorful. You can see a lot of green, a lot of orange going on with it, as well as the pictures of Jimmy and Jey Uso on the front of the stage. And if you go back here, you can stand them on these orange things up front, and one of them did just fall, I'm sorry. But you can go back here and you can see this black thing. And what this is for, you turn this and then it's supposed to spin the figures around. You can have them both up on the platform. They can spin around, not to a 360, but you can showcase all the details of the figures, which is pretty cool. And it's the same thing on the Talking Animal set. This one, it definitely has a darker vibe to it. You can see a lot more red, a lot more black mostly, and you can see the pictures of them on the front and the figures, which are really cool. They do include these shoulder pads, which I'm definitely glad that they included the shoulder pads on these Hawk and Animal figures. Again, they got some cool face paint, some cool gears. I like those. But yes, there are the tag team stages. Another round of sets coming in here. First up, it is the Brodus Clay Funkasaurus. I'm pretty sure this was called. And you can see Brodus Clay up front with his jumpsuit and hat that he used to wear. You can see the speakers on the side. It says Funkasaurus on this thing. And you can see the lights up top, which spin, a really cool feature. So there's the Brodus Clay set. And this one is way cooler in my opinion. You have the Santina Morella set. I forget exactly what it was called, but you get a Santina Morella figure, and you get this big cage that holds this Cobra. Now, like, this Cobra is technically broken. I did lose the bottom half of his body like many years ago. I'll be sure to pop up a picture up on screen of what it's supposed to look like. But you got like his head and then his tail, and I lost his tail, which is kind of a shame. But you can see a really cool Santino Marella figure with the Cobra sleeve on his hand. And then you can see this cage set. Another thing that's just really unique. You can see the cage. that closes up like that. Oh, these are the only two doors that open up. If you're wondering, you can see Santino down there. It says Santino up here as well, sort of like a sign, and then that part spins around. Some unique caging pieces up here. Overall, a really cool set. It would be cooler if I had the bottom half of the Cobra, but still a very nice and unique Santino Marella set. Next sets I want to talk about are first up the Steve Austin versus Mr. McMahon set. Now, with this one, you get a Stone Cold Steve Austin figure that comes with a four-wheeler, which is really cool. You can see the lights up front, all the different stickers, of course, indicating that this is Stone Cold Steve Austin's. And then on the back, you can see two flags, one of which says Stone Cold, and then on the other side, it says Austin 316. They're the same flag, but just like they have different stickers on each side, which is cool. And the Stone Cold Steve Austin minifigure is pretty good as well. And what you can do with this is you can grab the ramp and then you can like run it on the ramp, which is pretty cool. I'm not sure quite how to orientate this, like if you run it like up this way or up this way, but either way, it works pretty well. Allows for a pretty smooth ride. And then you also get Mr. McMahon with a steel chair as well. And then this is a Sin Cara set that they did back in the day. With this, you get Sin Cara, and you also get this thing that you're supposed to like launch them through. I don't actually have the launcher, so there's not really much I can do with this. But what you do is you put Sin Cara through this, and he's supposed to like smash it down or whatever. You can see some flags up top, and in this piece, it does say Sin Cara, and then on the other side, it has a WWE logo. Pretty cool. Here's another cool set that I don't really know the name of, but it is the Undertaker motorcycle set. With this set, you get the Undertaker on his motorcycle, and you also get some pretty cool builds with it. I like the vibe of this set. It's like a real like cemetery dark vibe to it. It's really cool. You can see a lot of gray meant to look like stone, and a lot of fire throughout. Here, I actually think the fire fits definitely more than just like randomly on an entrance stage. You see fire, it definitely fits more here because there's more like torches, including this one. There's actually supposed to be two of these. I'm still in the process of like finding all the pieces to actually rebuild this because this is another one that was in like 1,000 pieces when I found it. But you can see this gate which has some torches on it and the black doors that open up front. And of course that they go both ways and you can open them up, send the Undertaker on his motorcycle through there, and it does say Undertaker up top. Here in this thing holds the urn, and you can see on the inside the urn is obviously removable, so you can use it as an accessory. But it is pretty big, not gonna lie, it's pretty big compared to the stacked down minifigures. This is like comparable to the size of the regular Mattel urns. That's kind of weird. There is also supposed to be another piece on top of this, like an Undertaker statue, which I did lose. I don't really know where that went. But yeah, hopefully I find that so I can like fully complete this set because this is probably the most incomplete one that I'm showing in this video. But you can see the Undertaker on his motorcycle, which is a very cool and realistic build. You can see a lot of red, a lot of silver, a license plate on the back, even saying Undertaker. This motorcycle build is overall really cool. Definitely a really nice set for the Undertaker. Into some smaller sets here. These are pretty much like the small boxes that you would get where they'd have one figure inside and then a couple accessories. And then there's one more like multi minifigure pack that I'm going to talk about after I talk about these things. But starting off, we have the Big E Langston bench press set. Now this one's nothing crazy. The Big E Langston figure is pretty cool. It's got some pretty cool paint apps on it. But you can see the bench press here, which is green and yellow. They definitely did a better bench press in that training facility set that they did that featured Sheamus and Rey Mysterio that I still need to build. But you can see Big E here with a barbell. He's got some weight on it. That's it's pretty cool. I mean, the colors do look a little bit tacky. Here's a Dolph Ziggler ladder. You can see that it's blue and pink, kind of like a Jey Uso ladder would look now, but except you can see Dolph Ziggler up top. His shirt said, "Wish you could pull this off," in pink and blue. Pretty nostalgic design. It's pretty much the same as the Kofi Kingston ladder that I showed as a part of the Kofi Kingston ladder match set, but it's just more Dolph Zigglerized, if you know what I'm saying. Here you can see sort of an announce table build going on with Sheamus. You can see the monitors there with a Sheamus logo and then a regular WWE logo. And of course, some microphones being supported in their little holders there. And you can see Sheamus with a logo on his shirt saying Fella. Got a pretty mean looking face. And he does come with a green steel chair. And then here is the NWO set: Hollywood Hogan, Scott Hall, and then Kevin Nash. These guys did come with some accessories. I forgot exactly what they came with. They probably came with a chair. They probably came with a ladder and all that, if I remember right. But this pack is mostly about the figures. You can see Scott Hall with a painted on vest and does say NWO on the trunks. Here's the Hollywood Hogan coming with the NWO shirt as well, and the Hollywood bandana. This is probably one of my favorite stacked down minifigures, if I'm being honest. This Hogan is really, really cool. Of course, of course, topping things off with Kevin Nash. He's definitely the least cool out of the three, but you can see his brown belt there and his NWO shirt. And the last pack I will be talking about today is a pretty unique one because you don't get any builds with it. You only get figures. This is the 2015 Royal Rumble pack, and it features Roman Reigns, Cesaro, Rusev, the Boogeyman. Kind of crazy to think he got a stacked down figure. Stardust, Kane, Daniel Bryan, R-Truth, Dean Ambrose, Dolph Ziggler, and Bray Wyatt with a pretty jacked up looking face. Funny story about this pack. When it first came out back in the day, I actually wanted it really bad. And I went down to Toys R Us because Toys R Us had said that they have it. And I checked all around the section and they didn't actually have it. So I was pretty upset about that. But then I actually went online. I found it on Amazon, I'm pretty sure. And I found it for a pretty good price. It ended up coming through in the mail within a couple days, which I was pretty excited about. Just a funny little story I wanted to tell. But yes, guys, that just about does it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed. Special thanks go out to Freshly Milled for giving me this idea. I had a lot of fun making it, and I hope you guys enjoyed watching it. As always, please let me know what you thought in the comments down below. And I would also greatly appreciate it if you were to smash a like on this video, subscribe to Jed Wrestling, and turn on notifications so you never miss when I post a new video. But yes, Jed Wrestling out.